Santan United Sports Academy Select Soccer Club. Understanding the 4-4-2. This is the 4-4-2 formation that we will be covering in this segment. Following the number system, the number 2 indicates the right fullback and the number 3 indicates the left fullback. The yellow highlight is the section of the field that they are responsible for. They will be able to cover all the way from the defensive side to the offensive side of the field and help with the counterattacks. The two players in the center of the backfield are the center fullbacks. The number 4 is your captain of the defense, and the number 5 will be your floater, which can go from the fullback to a stopper position. And this is the grid that they cover. The outside left midfielders will be the number 7 and the number 11. The number 7 indicates the right midfielder and the number 11 indicates the left mid. Again, they also cover the majority of the field all the way from the defensive side to the offensive attack. The two players in the middle are your center midfielders. The most common are your number 8, which is the box-to-box player. He covers and basically runs from the 18-yard box to the other 18-yard box. The other player is the number 6. He is the holding mid. He is more of a defensive role and does the grunt work. He has to be able to collect the ball and help distribute for an offensive attack. And the two players up top are your two strikers. One is a holding striker and the other one's an attacking striker, or what they call the magician. The number 9 is the holding striker. It does not matter what side of the field they play on as long as they understand their responsibilities. The number 9 will try to hold the defense as much as possible, while the number 10 is able to try to make the play, therefore being the playmaker. This is another set or another type of a 4-4-2. This is a 4-4-2 diamond. You will notice that they put the 6 as a holding mid and they push up the 8, the box-to-box player. Another form of a 4-4-2 is the 4-4-2 stopper. That's where they bring the number 5 center fullback and they bring them up to a stopper role. What they do then is slide the number 4 to a sweeper, and that holds the backside of your defense. Now, one of the most common errors and mistakes that most coaches make, especially in high school, is when they try to add a 4-4-2 stopper and a 4-4-2 diamond formation. So basically what happens is they push up the number 5 to be in a stopper role and they drop back the number 6 to be a holding mid. What happens is both of these teammates use up and are responsible for the same amount of field space, therefore losing one player on the field. A soccer field has 3 sections to it: the defending third, the middle third, and an attacking third. It is important for an athlete to understand the 3 sections of a soccer field so that they can make a good decision when distributing the ball depending on what side of the field they are on. The 4-4-2 is a good formation to use on a soccer pitch when done correctly. You will notice that the number 2 and the number 7 are responsible for the right-hand side of the soccer field, covering 20%. The number 3 and the number 11 are responsible for the left-hand side, covering that 20%. You have 6 field players in the center of the field that are covering 60% of the remaining field. Plus, you also have a goalkeeper. So as long as each player understands that they need to participate and accomplish their goal and fulfill their role and handle their 10% of the field, the team will have 100% success. Defense, utilizing the back 4 and goalkeeper. In this scenario, the opposing team is attacking our goal. This diagram shows where each of our team members should be marking up on each of their team members. The yellow arrows indicate the secondary responsibilities of each player for them to look at the secondary threat. The red arrows indicate the primary, the top priority, the people that we need to mark immediately. It is very important that we understand that we need to have our priority markings and keep on the lookout for the secondary threat. In this diagram, we challenged the ball, took it away, and now have possession of the ball. What we want to do from here is we don't want to go on the attack because we don't have any support up top. So instead, we want to drop the ball back. Our keeper opens up the play where we drop the ball to our keeper. Our 4 and our 2 back split to the outside to set their spacing, where we continue to move into space depending on the defensive gaps and seams that they provide. In these next clips, we're going to see how the backfield is utilized. Right here we show the 2 center fullbacks, the number 4 and the number 5. We show the number 2 on the right outside fullback and the number 3 as the left outside fullback. The number 6 is your holding mid with the number 8 right next to him. The number 7 is the outside right mid with the number 11 as the outside left mid, and the 2 strikers 9 and 10. As we start this video play, we see how immediately they try to push the ball to the outside. Notice how all 4 of the fullbacks get into position when the goalkeeper gets the ball. This is called setting up your formation. Again, they keep moving the ball and utilize that goalkeeper. Once they realize that they cannot get it from the backfield, they use the goalkeeper to send the ball down. Here's another scenario on a throw-in. They will get into a tight space and immediately drop the ball back to their fullbacks. Notice how quickly the fullbacks get the ball from one side of the field to the other. In this next clip, you are going to see the offensive attack while still utilizing your outside fullback. Notice as soon as they sense pressure, they drop it all the way back to their 5, which then passes it over to the 4, and then they continue play to move it to the other side. Notice how they keep triangles. And again, once they get into a tight space, they drop it back and switch the fields once again. Notice that the key players here also are those center midfielders that have to keep moving through the gaps so that way they could find opportunities. What we're seeing here is the team passing the ball around. We have teammates helping to direct them where the ball is supposed to go, and again moving the ball to the other side. You'll notice a lot of good one-touch passing. Now, even though at this point the other team takes the ball away, I want you to note how immediately 9 players get back on defense and they get an opportunity to recover the ball again. Once they recover the ball, they find spaces, everybody gets set, and then they play again, moving the ball from one side, which was collected on the far right-hand side, and now moved to the far left-hand side. Notice how they are patient with the ball. They keep the ball moving. Look how far out the number 2 and the number 3 are towards the sidelines. There is a great ball coming from the fullbacks with a nice layoff pass and an attempt at goal. So what we're trying to do here is to understand that we need to learn how to read the defense. When we see the defender take away the outside pass, we need to pass to the inside and let the inside man pass out. If the defender takes away the inside pass, we simply pass the ball out and let them carry the ball up the field. This video is a great video to demonstrate how to utilize outside of the field and flip the triangle. Notice that runner that's about to flip the triangle right there as they push the ball outside. They continue the run, comes back to the seam, so that way he can continue to be a support. Our ultimate goal is to get the ball to the outside. When the center midfielders have the ball, whether it's the number 6 or the number 8, the number 7 and number 2 need to understand their roles where they're pushing up and allow themselves to be available for a pass. If the defender is taking away the number 7 pass, then we could still get it up to the striker and allow the striker to do his job and get it to the outside. Now, in the event that the defender holds up the number 7, the number 2 outside fullback needs to recognize this and begin an overlapping run to the outside, therefore continuing the play, collecting the ball, running to space, and then servicing a ball into the 18-yard box. The next clip has great plays on both sides of the ball. Starting off with the white team, they have possession with the ball as they get into position and find the seams in the opponent's gaps. Notice how the goalkeeper will push the ball to the outside and continue moving the ball around. Now right here you're going to see a series of great ball control and first touches along with some great layoff passes. Quick release on the ball helps to set up this play, and a great attempt at goal. Notice how the defense collects and immediately pushes the ball to the outside. They do their layoff pass. When they see they don't have enough numbers up, they slow the play down and they move the ball to the other side. Once they get their players in position, they begin passing the ball while reading the defense. You will see the midfielders constantly probing and constantly trying to get in through the seams of the opponent's defense. The moment they get into trouble, they just go ahead and pop it back to the outside. Or they just drop it back, try to play it again to the outside. Always trying to keep a triangle, looking for the seams. If nothing is there, they keep trying for different sides, different angles. You notice the white team is also marking very well. They keep moving with players. They're making it very hard for the red team to actually penetrate through the defense. Now right here, there is a great run from the 7-back. 7-back is that person right there who just got the ball. He recognizes what he needs to do. He sees that seam and makes a great run and a quick release, which allows the setup for this goal. Again, it was a great run for the number 7 and a quick release and nice finish.